Righto, got the hybrid swim bait here. I reckon there's got to be a few fish sitting in here. We'll let it drift down. On. Crikey. He smacked that. Crikey, nearly bigger. It was nearly bigger than him. Look at that, he's swallowed it head first. Wow. Cool. But this is the first fish on my new lure. Not a monster by any means, but barra's a barra. Look at that, he's absolutely scoffed it. Only a little barra too. Righto, one barra, first barra on my new hybrid. Gonna have to get a name for this thing. Can't call it hybrid. Oh, what I'll call it. A little bit of chafe on that line, so I'll redo that. Let's see if we can upsize on that. Fish just sitting on the front edge of that. The thing about this lure, you can let it actually flutter down. It works pretty well on the drop. Flirt with danger and get it a little bit closer to that snag. Don't want to get hung up in it. Another mid-sized fish. 600. This one's caught on the whoop, away he goes. He was hooked on the back end of the stinger. Whoop, it's no good. It's popped the lead weight out from the inside. I'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at trying to make that so it actually sits in a bit further. I can keep fishing this though. Yep, on. Another little one. These things are greedy as. Oh, there goes my lure. That's flicked off. Get that back. Put the barra in. Alright. Gonna have to do a bit of work on these harnesses. Another barra. To do a little bit of work on these. Not quite holding up as well as I'd hoped. These harnesses are working well, but the internal harness is ripped out of this swim bait. I'm going to have to set it a bit higher, I think, so that sort of sits in the bait like that. I'm going to have to set him up a bit higher. It's actually ripped out of this one, ripped clean out of it. Anyway, what I might do is glue this up, chuck another one on. Anyway, all good. Few barra sitting in here. The hybrid in. Little one. Easy slam that. Lure's nearly bigger than him. Nice little one on the little baz on the hybrid. Hoping there might be one or two bigger ones in there. Yep. Another one. Another rat. Jeez, I can't believe the size of these barra that are eating this big 200mm swim bait. So, off he goes. Fair sized lure this, and these little barra are just slamming it. Yep. Another one on the hybrid. Let's hope this lure stays together. Snuff that. Here's a nice one. He's pinned right in the corner of the mouth. Oh, good fish. It's a good fish on the hybrid. Another nice barra. Taking on that hybrid lure. He's crunched it. Probably 850, 880. Good fish. Gonna have to really work something out with these lead weights. This one's nearly pulled out too. Anyway, it's all right for this fish. Go again. It's your classic bleeding mullet colour, that one. A little bit of red on it. It got slammed, second cut. There we go. Just taking a break from this 40-degree heat. It's been horrendous. I'm getting too old for this. Starting to knock me around a bit. So I've been fishing these hybrid swim baits that I've made. I'm into sort of day 2 of this, testing them out. I probably caught, I don't know, 12 to 15 barra on them. Nothing really big. I caught one just under 900, a couple of 700s, lots of smaller fish. Really surprised at the size of the fish that are hitting these. I've had a couple of fish, probably lucky to be 55, just nearly engulfed the whole lure. It's been good. Had a couple of, well, one issue with it. One actually tore out of the body. It wasn't even a really big fish, so I was a bit surprised, but after a closer inspection, the harness is actually damaged. So I guess what's happened is that's pulled away and then probably pulled out. I make this harness up, so that's sort of that's fixed into the lead like that, and it sits like that, holds the bait together, and by rights it shouldn't pull out really easily. Sometimes they do, you just can't help it, but it was, the idea of it is to hold the bait together a bit more, but what's happened is that's actually pulled out. I had a bit more of an effort to put a bend on that and really embed it in that piece of lead a bit better. But overall I've been really happy with them. They're quite heavy. It'd be good if they were 10 to 15 grams lighter, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's a pretty big bait, but I'll play around with it when I get home over the next few weeks. Hooks is very debatable still. If anyone's got some suggestions on hooks brands of hooks to use, please send me a message or write a comment in the video. I'm looking for a 1.0, preferably 1.0, 2.0 at the biggest. Yeah, I just don't know what hook to hang off them. I'm starting to lean towards these mustard lockjaws. They're pretty good hooks. They do tend to bend a little bit easy, but they penetrate the jaw of the fish really easy. I've just dropped quite a few fish this trip with these hooks not setting in the fish. Anyway, I've still got a couple of sets of low tides to fish before I go home, so hopefully I'll have a little bit more footage. Fingers crossed we tangle with a really big barra before I head off, and really test this new lure out. Would be great. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more footage after this to put up. Anyway, keep watching. And just as I wished, shortly after I had my shot at a big fish, but there's big fish and there's big fish. This thing was just too big and I was unable to stop it. I thumbed it up and it just snapped my 100-pound leader like a piece of cotton. Oh, fuck. Crikey, that was a big fish. Big fish. I don't know what it was. It felt like a big dewey or groper. I don't think it was a barra. It was a bit big. Oh, crap. Crap. It was huge, whatever it was. Yep. Oop. She's totally destroyed it. I'll have to go get that. Hooked in the eye, poor bastard. Right in the eyeball. Another lure bites the dust. I'll go get this so I'm not littering. Same thing's happened again by the looks of it. Got the lure floating over here. Let's grab that. Yep, it's been ripped out of the nose again. Same thing's happened again. That bottom hanger has snapped out, which has allowed this to rip out. I'm gonna have to put a bit more effort into making sure that doesn't come out. It's snapping and then just ripping out of the head. Anyway, it's working, that's a good thing. Just need to work on it a bit more, work on that internal harness a bit more. Bloody camera, I missed most of this. Just got this big one, then it's probably about 950. Got him on the hybrid lure, right on the side of the head. Good fish. Righto, that brings this video to an end. No luck this morning with any big fish on these new hybrid swim bait, but I hooked up to an absolute giant this morning on the tide change, but just bulldozed me into the trees, and I had to spool it with, put my thumb on the spool with a 100-pound leader and 50-pound braid, and it just snapped. It was a huge fish. Possibly it was a Queensland groper, but it could have been a big barra too, because I was casting into a really big school. All in all, it's been a really successful trip with this lure. A few teething problems with the harness, with the the harness ripping out of a few, but I reckon I can fix that pretty easy. I'll go back to the drawing board on that and sort of lift the harness up in the bait a bit more and sort of bring it back from the head, front of the head a bit, so it doesn't tear out. But yeah, these harnesses have worked really well. Still not 100% sure on what hook to hang off them. If you've got any ideas, please leave a comment in the video. But it's been a really good couple of days testing these out. Super happy with them. Yeah, great place down here, Wyndham Cambridge Golf. Great place to test lures anyway. So many big angry fish, and so many different options, creeks, systems you can fish in. Thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you on the next video soon. Cheers.